So, like,
hey, Rez, welcome aboard.
Hey.
So, hey.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here's 81 Banana in the virtual studio together with my dear colleagues.
Hello from Plasma.
Hey, from Resin.
Hey, welcome, guys. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
So, you come on time just because a couple of seconds ago we logged into the server. Players 2, they have all taken their airframes, and we're going to take a look at them. While I'm doing this, feel free to just let us know how you're doing and how things going for you.
Well, things are pretty good. Resident and I are sad because the match that we were supposed to be streaming at in 2 hours from now or 3 hours from now was already streamed. That was SPQR versus NZA, and I believe it ended up in a draw. But so now we're just gonna hang out with you.
I watched it last night.
How was it?
I thought it's going tonight, right? And got a notification from Twitch that it's gonna get streamed, and I was surprised. So dialed in and watched the game. I watched only the second round. The first round was already over as I joined. The second round was unbelievable. It got everything what you wished to see, and I was really surprised and I enjoyed it. But we didn't unfortunately have the third round because it was too late for 51st guys, and so there were 3 MERS from 51st, and these people couldn't continue anymore, so they needed to drop. And unfortunately, SPQR had only 3 or 4 pilots, and they couldn't fly this way. So there were no round 3. They saw probably also no way to just get enough kill-death ratio to just proceed to the next round. So at the end, maybe we go through a table and show people how it is.
And can you give us a copy of your view so we see what you're seeing,
Absolutely.
sir?
Sorry. I forgot again. Let me share my display for you guys, and you can see what I see.
I'm just watching the aircraft on the ground. This is supposed to be 7v7, and my job as the co-host.
Exactly. You need to do your Airbus job, your Boeing job, right?
Yep.
Exactly. And I can explain the table to the audience. We are seeing a match of Group C between Eclipse-Task Force and Team WADAFAK. As you see, ETF is leading this group with 2 wins out of 2 matches. Team WADAFAK played 2 times, no win, and the aggressors fully torqued have already 1 win out of 3 matches. So if Team WADAFAK wins tonight and they have a good kill-death ratio, it could be that they go to the next round together with Eclipse Task Force. If they don't make to do that, Foley Torque is gonna be the one who go to the elimination round together with the ETF. So for the Foley Torque guys, very interesting, and they're probably gonna watch. Team WADAFAK will do what it can, and Eclipse Task Force for sure. They don't want to be a very easy opponent for them. So it's going to be highly exciting tonight. We spoke about the other match yesterday in the Group B. 4-4 is the leader of the group, and SPQR didn't make to get over NZA and Bogidope. So this way, Toro has just made the profit out of that, and then is going to be the second team together with 404th Freelancers to go to the elimination round. We're going to have another match tomorrow in the Group B between InSky and Stormo Gaccia Virtuale. The Stormo has no, let's say, chance to proceed to the next round. InSky is as good as done, so it's gonna probably not changing anything with regards to the qualification in the Group A, but it's probably worth watching because both teams are very well. And the Group D is the first group that we had some certainty who is going to be going to the elimination round and who not. And here the Mumblerins and the Motley Crew were the Successfuls and Phoenix-Task, the organizer, and the Golden Crown were not able to do that with successively 1 and 0 wins out of 3 matches. So let's get back to the game and see.
All right, here's everyone's pretty well set.
Yeah. So, Jeff again. Jeff Rains from everywhere. This is the last match for ETF in the group phase. They know exactly that they have qualified or they are qualified. So I believe that's why they went on a bit risk, I would say, and did that risk and then flying pure JF-17 on the blue side. Something interesting to watch and see how it turns out for them.
All right, I'm just checking their loadouts. It's a nice setup from Team WADAFAK. Looks like they've got a couple of folks popping in with replacements.
Yeah, Mercs.
Yeah, ETF said that they're ready.
You have a very easy job on the blue side because they cannot take anything wrong with them. They can only take SD10 and PL5s. The mix of the red team makes it, I believe.
Yeah, so I'm checking the red team. On the red team, everything is looking fairly good. They have they're limited. F-16s can have 6 missiles, and JF-17s can have 4 SD10s and a couple of Sidewinders.
And we have a mercenary here, right? Officer from Lock on Greece.
And let's take a peek at Vetus. Vetus has no weapons attached at all.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, take a look at Vetus. Maybe he's gonna fly slick and use guns. I mean, maybe he's pulling off a bit of Tom Cruise Top Gunnery here. He's got the very
livery.
Oh, you know what, eh? He's gonna go out there, get some Tim Hortons, and
So how much do you think ETF, being all ETF and WADAFAK needing 3 mercs, how much do you think that's going to affect the game today?
It's a tough call. ETF is very organized, exceptionally so. But they're also going to be short on missiles because they're all bringing Jeffs.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's see here. So ETF is starting out with a total of 28 SD10s. Whereas, let's take a quick peek here at the guys on the WADAFAK side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got 5 F-16s.
Tell me I get rid of the grids and everything. I think nobody likes them.
I'm just looking at the Team WADAFAK. All their F-16s have AIM 120s. That's 30. So 5 of Team WADAFAK have more Fox 3 missiles than the whole 7 flight of ETF. Plus, they have 6 more on Vetus in the back, and 4 more on the JF-17 with Fester, which puts them at 40 missiles, 40 Fox 3 missiles versus 28. That's pretty significant, guys.
It's an interesting loadout from Vetus.
Lots of Fox 2s.
Riker is watching the camera. Good to see him flying again. He's back. And he is in the first element together with Breeze.
All right, I'm going to start the countdown if we're all good.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
All right.
Smokers are rolling.
Go, go, go.
Guys in the
Razzie
stream,
watching.
how is the sound? I'm pretty much famous for not being able to manipulate my computer sound. So if you see anything is not working the way you wish, if you don't hear my precious co-commentator or music or game anything, please let me know. Gonna be very thankful. Sorry, mate, interrupted you. Go ahead. Traditionally, we stay with the takeoff of the blue side first, so I'm gonna concentrate myself on how ETF is doing.
Yeah, very organized, as expected, taking off in nice pairs. And if you look at their tails, you can see their symbols.
Yeah.
So they've got a patch for TACT, a patch for SATAC,
Yeah,
and a patch for SATAL.
you see it nowadays more and more often. The squads are proud of their achievement, should be the right to, and something nice that we see again and again. There's some little customization on every and each JF-17, which is being flown by Eclipse-Task Force, multinational team from Middle East, Europe, and United States or North America. And guess, guys,
So we have something interesting going on the WADAFAK team. Looks like,
Are you talking about Fester?
yeah.
Yeah, so Fester took off with a jamming pod. I missed that. Hopefully he's not going to turn it on.
Well,
But,
they're allowed to take the pod. They're just not allowed to jam. Correct?
I believe so.
Because that's the SPJ, so that gives them ranging and missile type.
Yeah.
guys, guess what? We have TAC view this time. Can you believe that? Here we go.
So what's Jester doing?
I think he's landed. I'm just checking the rules. And if you take a look at him, Banana, on the stream, he's landed at the airbase because he's got the jamming pod underneath him.
Yeah,
but
we
in
see
the
Night Dog, you mean, or whom? No.
no, Fester. Look at
Oh,
Fester,
Fester, okay.
on
Sorry.
Team WADAFAK.
Yeah.
So he's got that jamming pod underneath him.
Okay, yeah. I'm seeing him
Now, as long as he
on the
doesn't turn
runway.
it on, there's no. Yeah, as long as he doesn't turn it on, it's fine.
Yeah, but you know,
For safety reasons.
for safety reasons, you don't take it, then there is no drama, you know?
Okay, gotcha.
And
Eliminates chances of goofery, right?
yeah. So we're gonna
Understood.
pick him up again once he have done the loadout and is in the air again. Going back to the map.
Team WADAFAK is entering the bubble right now. ETF is staging outside.
Yeah, ETF is staying out. I think they want to. I don't know. Could it be that they have just noticed that Fester is still in the airport? Has it got to do with that, or is it a tactic?
I think it's pure tactics.
Yeah.
I think they're going to rely a lot on data link, and I think they want to stay on their side of bulls. I think they know they're slower. First shot passes aren't going to be the best out of the Jeffs compared to the 16s. A lot more ability to get high and fast. So I think they're going to play to the data side.
Okay.
Very well organized, though.
Yeah. Thanks, Felix, for letting us know. We have 60 seconds delay. Please check again and let me know if everything's well now with the sounds.
Yeah. And Banana, I checked the audio quality. So what's happening is whenever we're talking, it's also sending through the sound of the engines. But when we're not talking, it's almost like the plugin is filtering out the sound of the engines.
Should be good now. We need to check again in 60 seconds.
Yep. I'll give it a couple of minutes and we'll take a look. All right.
I don't know what ETF is doing. JF-17 is, let's say, it's not consuming a lot, but that's also not too much fuel with it, right? So if you go high with it, even when you burn, the consumption is very low, but the amount of fuel that she can take with her is not much. I don't know if this is going to be a factor at the end when you're flying around and not getting into the bubble quickly and don't use the fuel to ingress. But this is probably calculated.
Oh, yeah. Look at the timing on ETF. Like Aspen and Lasky.
Yeah.
Like they're breaking the bubble at exactly the same time. Like that is an amazing formation right there. They're very well organized. Now Fester's airborne again. He's inbound.
And he still has his pod. I just chatted in the chat.
I'm also seeing that. Yeah.
The team is okay with him proceeding as long as he promises not to turn it off.
Yeah. They're going to see that if he's using, and then there's also the track file. We can double check. It's going to be no problem. So we have two GTF guys flying very, very high. See that? Burning all the way and going in.
Yeah, it looks like the other side is doing the exact same thing. So they're mirrored very well. They're both at 35. With a trail at about 32. And then Nate Dog looks like... what's Nate doing? Nate looks to be offsetting left right now.
We're gonna give a little bit of more game sound because probably it is less than people like. Thanks for the feedback, but at least the game sound is there.
Really tight formation with ETF. You can see how well organized this team is.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see that press up against the WADAFAK team right now. Jester's doing an orbit in the backfield right now. Or Fester, sorry.
Yeah, Fester, get in there.
It looks like Slide is about to engage on the Western group from ETF. So we'll see how ETF deals with this.
Very interesting. Fester on the, here at F-16C, what is doing. It's already consumed the center tank.
Right,
Going
so
to the
ETF
dive.
guys broke into arms, and now they're reconverging above Abu Dhabi airport. You know what they're doing, right? They're notching the radars of the F-16. Look at it from above.
Yep.
They're in a perfect notch. And also they're notching the AWACS. If you zoom out, Banana,
Yep.
draw a line from the red AWACS to them. They're just notching the heck out of it.
Looks like we've got a recommit from Breeze in the south.
Yeah, absolutely. They fly notch to the AVAX.
Now it looks like officers kind of pressed out.
Yeah, Slide did fast ingress
like a
and went to the
2v1.
split S, coming back low, and Officer and Turner from different flanks going in.
Yep.
Breeze
left
is
flank.
high,
Oh,
right? Breeze is
What?
high as Officer. Maybe they're gonna give him ST10. I don't know.
yep. Now we have Turner engaging with Electro and Anku up north. Looks like Electro and Anku don't want to engage yet, though.
Yeah. And Turner's breaking off as well.
Yeah, Breeze turning back. Haven't fired.
First missile out. First
They
missile
have
out from
missile
Officer.
out.
Yeah, but the
At
Officer
14 miles.
went on them.
Yep. Breeze
better.
anticipated it, though. They were already maneuvering. Faster entering the bubble. He had 10 minutes, right?
Yep, he's good. He's good.
To get him. He's good. Yep.
Missile is going nowhere.
Nope.
Okay, Aspen is ingressing.
Now here comes Vetus over by Officer right now. And with all the nines, you think he's going to try and sneak in?
Let's
How
take
much was
It's pretty
Redis.
flat for a sneak, right?
Oh, yeah, it's super flat.
Oh, Redis flying F-18.
Yeah, not much you can do here with sneaking around. Lots of posturing, lots of maneuvering.
Yeah, now I'm sure part of the strategy is, through attrition, let's get them to fire all their missiles, and then we'll get in there. Vetus firing on a cold target. I believe that shot's on Aspen. And Officer is firing again on the two ship of Breeze and Riker.
Those are 15-mile shots,
Yep.
16-mile shots.
Officer and Breeze are getting into an interesting situation down here, but Kyoku has just fired into the two ship of Breeze and Riker as well. Breeze and Riker reacting back to the southwest. Looks like Slide and Fargo are going to be engaging. The two ship of Electro Bull and Anku broke up. Electro Bull looks to be sliding to the eastern group.
Yeah, they're repositioning. The F-16s
Yep.
have the energy to move quickly across the map. The Jets are a bit slower.
Yeah, they got to think those repositions out a lot sooner. Still haven't seen a shot from ETF. So I think they're just trying to get the 16s to even the playing field on their own.
I go on Breeze.
Now, Breeze
because,
is getting close to Venice right now.
yeah, exactly. I'm having
Only 8 miles.
I'm having Redis on the screen.
Breeze. Shout out
Yeah,
from Breeze.
fire
on
from
Venice.
Breeze.
Venice defending.
Yeah.
Kyoku in the rear. Venice trusting the notch, it looks like.
And well done.
Yeah,
Very well done.
into the ground.
Now it looks like Laskill and Turner exchanging out to the northwest, feet wet.
And Aspen just fired on Vetus, and Vetus fired back.
At
But
Breeze.
Vetus fired on Breeze, yeah.
Officer coming in from the backfield, firing into that group. The SD-10 on Turner and the 120 on Laskill are both dead. So.
Hey, Rez, are you hearing
This
Banana?
SD-10 on Officer. No, I'm not hearing Banana.
I'm not speaking at all. I'm just
okay.
listening.
Officer. Okay, that missed. That SD-10 got pretty close there. Now we have Breeze and Riker kind of getting into a pincer on Vetus with the support of Electro Bowl up north. That looked very interesting. Now, Aspen looks to be getting depth right now. He has that dead 120 chasing him. It's already down to 500 knots. Another cold 120 onto Riker. Fargo and Slide pressing from the north, going south.
So, Banana,
Fargo
what do you think? Is Vetus going to break in there?
SD-10 out. Two SD-10s
No, I think
out.
this is too risky.
Redis and Nate. Yep. Oh, this might. Oh,
Can
Vetus.
he notch it? Can he notch it?
No.
He grounded one. No.
Come on. Great.
Did he beat it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Holy
Vetus is
crap.
danger close to Breeze. They're under 3 miles from each other. Breeze beat Vetus and got
Missile,
one off.
PL5, flare, Vetus.
No, I think that's an
It was an
SD-10.
AMRAM, but it is down. Sorry, SD-10.
Yep.
But it is down.
So Officer still trying to outrun the SD-10. Goku and Slide look to be recommitting from the north with Fester pressing in from the rear. Lots of shots out from the northwest. 3 120s in the air over there. You know, it's looking like
We have
pressing
100,
off missiles.
120 on Anku, but I think it's not sitting. Right?
Yeah, Anku better run because he has a lot of missiles.
I think Electro Ball is going to give a shot at any moment.
Yeah. Oh, one off from Turner on Electro Bowl. And
Yeah.
they're trading right now. Yep. See how this plays out. Turner a little lower near the city.
I take the SD-10 on Turner, because I think it has more juice than the AMRAM.
Oh, yeah, it has a lot more.
Going for a grounding.
Yeah, going
and
for
he's
ground.
notching it.
Going for the ground.
Now we have Fester and Fargo hot on Breeze. Breeze is
Electro
kind of
Ball is good.
unsupported here. Breeze has an SD-10 out on Fester, I believe. Fester and Fargo both launched on Breeze. Breeze having to defend into Officer and Kyoku, but he
Breeze is
is
good.
out of there.
This is good.
Aspen engaging with Officer and Kyoku.
Hey, Rez.
Yeah, what's up?
Hikaku.
Kikaku.
Gonna get
Oh,
mad
does
at
Officer see this SD-10 up close?
He's chaffing.
No,
He's gone.
He's down.
Officer's down.
Officer's down.
Another
So
SD-10
what does we
on
have
Turner
here,
to
actually?
the SD-10 on
What do
Turner.
we have?
That looks
How many
dangerous.
are still
Turner is
there?
down now too.
We're down to 3 WADAFAK, and there is 2,
All
4, 6,
blue
7.
Are there. Our blues are there.
Yep.
Come
I
on.
believe last kill
Okay, Fargo.
got Turner
Coming low.
feet wet.
All are low. As low as possible. Probably Fargo is going to give a shot at any moment. Nope. He decides to get back and pull some missiles.
Couple of missiles trading.
Yeah. Oh, he fired.
Multiple
Okay, I missed
shots
it.
out. One from Nate as well.
Let's take that SD-10 on him. No, on the ground. I was too late. Another SD-10 on Fargo.
Yep. That's from Nate.
Yep. He's good. He's not tracking.
Now Breeze and Kayuko. Chico. Looks like Breeze pressed in. Does he know that Kyoku is there?
Nope. Breeze is down.
First lost. Yep.
Breeze is down.
Does Slide see this PL5?
Okay, Aspen and Riker are following Kikaku. And SD10 on Kikaku. This is going to be
Kikaku
harmful.
Into it. Yeah.
No. Very well done. Come on. How easily SD10s can be notched. Unbelievable. Another one on Slide. And it still burns. Come on. They get notched one after another. Well done. Riker and Aspen on him. Still. Okay, they pincered. Pincered with 2 SD10s. Yep. And
Boom.
the second one
Was that
just found the target.
Or was
So
that was, I think, a 2 SD10s.
oh, we lost. No, okay. We have still 2 red side. 2 on the red. We just missed one, probably as we watched or looked a couple of minutes ago. One was probably very high in the map, and I was missing him. Let's take Kikaku. Fargo has an SD10.
no factor.
Try to notch it.
Now, right now, Gaku and Fargo are pressing on Aspen and Riker, and like a clock, Electro, Nate, Laskill, and Anku are all chasing down Fargo.
Here's the problem. Team WADAFAK is out of missiles.
Yep.
That was the
I was
last
just watching
missile.
that.
Was that the last one fired on Riker? Well, they made
And
that
it-
one count. Riker's down.
Oh, somebody
All right,
is
Aspen.
somebody is smoking.
Here we go. Here comes merges.
I think
Multiple
Aspen is
PL5s
smoking.
out.
Fargo down. Kikaku in merge.
With the 4 ship of Lasco and Co. Nate Dogg and Electrical hot on his tail. SD10
Well-
fired pretty close. He's turning.
This is just pure luck now.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's not going to help. Oof.
Ooh,
Wow. All right.
what a
so,
round. Come on.
wow.
2,
That
4,
was good.
5 remaining. Wow.
Wow. Wow is right.
It was a good match.
Okay, let's take a look. So I see 1 SD10. That's it. Interestingly enough, I can get a camera on one of the WADAFAK guys. They were on the ground on fire.
Wow, wow, wow.
All right, so Anku has 2 SD10s left. And I think
you were-
somebody else had one more. I
you
know,
were-
I know.
Okay. I don't say anything.
And don't say anything, but hey, that's the difference, right? They were very careful with their missile launches.
Yeah.
So Lasky has 1, Anku has 2, and in the end, Team WADAFAK was out of missiles.
And they also still had 7 PL5s left, too, at that point.
Wow.
I don't know. I was never a fan of the PL5, but
Yeah, they're not as good as Sidewinder, let's say.
yeah.
Bad imitation.
So, that match
Made in
went-
China.
Yeah. It has changed. You know, you could say that 40 years ago, but what is coming from China at the moment? Sometimes, you know,
Oh, that's
you're quite surprised.
So what do you think, Banana? Should we take a peek at TACView while they RTB and see what the heck just happened?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Let's go to TACView. And rewind back. this is the greatness of TAC-View, and now that we are talking about it, we can give a shout out to the sponsors also who make this happen. Without their support and love, we're not able to bring these tournaments with the deliverable quality. So TAC-View is one of them. This is a analysis, debriefing, and pre-briefing, whatever you want to call it, software we use pretty much on daily basis to debrief and also put let's say work on our tactics and see how we have been flying. And because we have it as a live telemetry on the server, I have the freedom to just play back and forward, and just this way we can just go back and see what's happened a couple of minutes ago. So enough of promotion for TAC-View. Let's do a little bit fast forward here and bring it to the point. So here I let it run. Guys, let's have your expertise.
Well, I think the question that Resin asked, what would happen in a team without mercenaries and a team with mercenaries? And I think that answered the question.
Yeah, I think that was a large contributing factor here, especially with Fester. He wasn't able to apply any pressure near the beginning of the match. Came in late, and I don't think that was a tactical decision. So, WADAFAK started out basically 6v7. And I think they reacted well for the most part. The first half of the match, it wasn't the most structured, but it was very fluid. You know, they were seeing potential hazards and getting out of the way and re-engaging. I think potentially, I know Vetis had to apply the pressure, but I think he got in too close too soon in the 18.
I completely agree, Rez. I think it was Vetis. If we watch Vetis, Banana, him sneaking in, if you fast forward through that and zoom out, everything looks very organized until he pushes in and his team has to cross the map to support him, which then opens them up for more shots. I think that's where things kind of became uncoordinated.
I'm a bit surprised seeing Vetis in F-18 because I've been flying with him for several months, over years, I think. And he used to fly F-16, and he's very good in F-16. It's kind of, let's say, get out pilot, you know? And he knows exactly how far he can go. And he trusts F-16 with that powerful acceleration and everything. I don't know if it is the airframe change or anything, because usually he's not that, as we say here, he should come back here at this moment, right? And leave it to Kikako, right? What he does, actually.
Yep. Hey, pause it right here, Banana, and just zoom out. Let's take a look at the whole map at this point, because this is an interesting spot here.
Yeah.
So Vetis is pushed in. They've crushed the line of ETF. So the southern part is going to push back, right? And then what's happening up north? We've got Electroball, Anku, and Lasky.
Yep.
And so it looks like everybody on the right side is running backwards in ETF. And I think at this point, ETF is going to redirect their pilots towards Vetis from the other side.
Yeah, they definitely did a re-support from the left over to the right here. This is when Electro and Anku started coming over to Breeze to support them, and left last skill out there to deal with Turner and Slide. Definitely an audible. ETF dealt with it well, though. But yeah, I think if Vetis had held that back a little, I think we'd have a different match. Especially if he gave Fester in the back time to get up and support him too. You know? But look at the speed difference. You have Fester coming in the backfield at Mach 0.83, and Vetis on the deck up close. I saw Mach 0.9.
Yeah, he miscalculated.
Yep.
I don't know.
That's probably an error frame.
He was into notching that missile. Thought he can turn back, and then I think here at this point he didn't know from whom the missile was coming. So when he turned back into the scene, he thought Riker is Breeze, and wanted to follow Riker as he saw the missile is coming from.
Do you think he even saw Breeze? I think
he
Riker
saw
was
Breeze here. He saw Breeze here, right? Here, look. He fires on Riker because he has Riker in his. Let's get his pilot view. Okay, so here we go. So you see, he's firing for Riker.
Yep.
And then going left, right, and doesn't see anything. Now he comes back and pulls back as long as he sees Riker again. A little bit more. He notches the missile here from Breeze. Comes back, sees the Riker. So the world is still fine because I'm still on his 6 and he's turning back to me. So let's have a second shot on him, and all of a sudden he gets RWR from 3 o'clock, and then it's too late. I think he didn't see Breeze coming at all.
And I agree with you. And I think his RWR was blind to Breeze at the point of launch too.
Yeah.
I think the fact that he leveled out is, if you look, he's rolled right here, he's blind, and then all of a sudden it probably goes off while he's inverted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
So just not enough time to react.
Yeah.
Yep.
It happens, but it started here when he went in. I would really go back, do chainsaw with officer, let him ingress, and then go high, get a little bit of altitude, and come back.
Now, here's another thing. So, remember earlier, I said it looks like the Jeffs might be playing their side of the bowl for an AWACS advantage. Mm-hmm. Do you think that had any part in this? Do you think that they were getting intermittent losses on data link for WADAFAK?
Pretty much possible, yeah.
Yeah.
So just a heads up, the team ETF is just past Liwa.
Yep.
And they're setting up for their final approach. They're at 11,000 feet. Well, I think we can keep going with the TAC view. Let's just keep an eye on their landing.
DCS, very short, and see. Yeah, they're there to land.
Yeah, it looks like Aspen just entered left downwind, so.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Better not crash into each other. I think they've got that covered.
Yeah. So we can go and do a split screen and continue with the TAC view. So, and then it went very quickly, very fast.
Yeah, what's the total time from the first missile to the end of the engagement?
Yeah.
From the first fatality, or from the first missile?
From the first missile. From when the engagement started with that first shot.
Okay, so first shot happened at. Rez, I'll let you do math. First shot happened at 10:08, and it's all over by 10:20.
So, yeah.
It's so good to have you on board.
12-minute engagement.
My Mr. Statistics.
I'm just good at reading numbers. That's
and
it.
Here we just lost Fester. The shot was quite long, but Fester was very high, and no clutter. Reacted very late. Did no serpentine. So Yeah, missile
we do
had
have
the
Aspen
really
about to
right
touch
duty
down.
to fulfill. Right. Easy thing to do for the missile. And then there was a separation right and left. Right? And they had the kind of one man more on every side. And they took that advantage. The thing that I think WADAFAK did is getting very close to these guys, thinking, okay, it's Jeff, I'm faster, I can do that. But you know how they baited him? Breeze kind of baited Officer, and then Riker fired on him from long distance, right? But it is hard when you're fighting here alone versus 3 or 2 versus 4, as it is up there. It's a little bit difficult, especially when your opponent is equipped with SD10. What do you think, guys?
As long as you don't notch that SD10, you might have a chance.
You know. So Aspen is down. Beautiful landing from Aspen too. And yeah, it looks like ETF is electing to just fly the pattern.
Yeah.
While Aspen secured the victory.
I am
Yeah,
not sure if
they've
we're
got
not
an air
going
show.
to see a kind of formation landing, because they have done a valid landing, so they have the round, right? They don't need the kill-death ratio, so why shouldn't they go for a formation landing and do a little risk? I mean, they have trained that. Probably the risk is very low, but there is some risk there always. But why not? No risk, no fun. You have the round.
Yeah.
You know that you're leading the table. You don't need that kill-death ratio, so let's offer the audience something nice.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you put a camera on Electrum Bull and hit F5 a couple of times, you'll get them in a 3-ship ingress right now.
Yeah, was
They're
there
making
actually?
it very pretty.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
You like this?
Oh, beautiful. There it is. Sorry, I kept looking at your stream instead of what you're actually doing.
No worry.
I'm a little slow sometimes.
Oh. Okay, so I like it from the sunny side when the sun is there, but let's take this the way it is.
You know, I'm tempted to type into the chat that all eyes are on them and don't screw it up, but that might jinx them.
Very nice synchronization on gear down.
Gears are down.
Kind of a steep glide slope there, but looks like we got it under control.
I guess they're flying off of the heaviest plane, right? The guy has the most missiles.
And this isn't the widest runway either, so... Now, is weight turbulence on?
I think, yes.
And
Beauty.
touch, touch, little float, and touch. Beautiful.
And drag shoots out.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no!
oh.
Was that the drag shoot, actually?
We're fine.
Causing
We're
this?
fine.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
sure
no.
Could be.
how the drag chute gets affected in turbulence.
Yeah. I think that was a drag shoot effect. But all good.
Yeah.
All good.
Because it was
Airframe
crazy when
is
the drag
crazy.
chute came out. Usually they just shoot straight back. I've never seen the drag chute kick out to the left and right.
So
So,
our last man is coming. Anku.
is this
Look, that's
landing gear?
4 missiles under his belly. Unbelievable.
Is his nose wheel bent?
It looks like
Yeah.
it's bent. Yeah.
It's bent. It's bent, but
So
not
that
going to be any
might be
problem.
why he was the last one in.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
let me
standing
rewind
in
the
the
tack
air.
view.
It's not moving anymore.
Did he
Did the
disconnect?
server just get
Kind of disconnect
paused?
probably. No, I don't think so. Gonna be a disconnect or something.
Oh no, Anku.
Maybe disconnected as he was letting the gears down, so the gear had no time to just fully tracked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anku has been converted into a UFO, guys.
Okay. But no worries.
You know, there's worse times to get a disconnect.
Yeah.
So if he is having disconnect issues, I'd rather after they already secured the victory. You know?
Okay, take the opportunity, send you guys to a short advertisement. We're gonna restart the server and be back soon. Don't go anywhere.
Hello everyone, and welcome. In this first video of Master Arm, we would like to introduce ourselves and discuss what we plan to contribute as a future part of the DCS community. So if you've been wondering what Master Arm's up to, this is your video to watch. So let's get started. Master Arm is the new DCS server provider
yes,
for
we
players
are
and
muted
squadrons.
for
We're a small but agile
thing.
team of 2 senior IT engineers with more than 15 years of experience in the business, 1 senior content designer, and 3 members of our technical support, primarily based in Europe. Master Arm strives to play an active role in the community, to contribute something indeed, because our team all met
didn't.
through the same community, for which we're so grateful. We believe this community is genuinely worth contributing to. So we decided to start working on something. We realized that running a dedicated DCS server and its maintenance can be complicated in general, and it would need one to be somewhat tech savvy. But that wasn't just it.
the audio. of
Pricing was
the
also of our
advertisement is
concern.
Probably coming.
Pricing is an essential part of a product,
To my
a first impression,
screen.
and first impressions are forever. Master Arm's here to offer a service that firstly our customer benefits from, and an overpriced product, as some of you might find on the market, is totally the
We're
opposite.
gonna restart the server,
Master
right?
Arm is coming up with fair and reasonable pricing that indicates
okay.
the actual value of
Seeing
the
it
service and doesn't spoil either party. It's the same price Master Arm would have paid for a DCS server if they were customers rather than providers. Some might think it's cheaper for a reason, but that's not the case. Master Arm provides dedicated DCS servers with cutting-edge hardware and internet performance. For example, the servers we provide for the ongoing ACES 23-1 tournament hosted by Phoenix Task Force run on 64 gigabytes of RAM and are powered by powerful AMD and Intel CPUs with a minimum bandwidth of around 1 gigabit per second. That's where we like to conclude it all for this episode. Master Arm's here, and
No, it was good. Everything was good. The only thing Bifex said is that the game sound is a little bit low, and then I just popped up the volume a little bit. Nice. And I'm getting to satellite view. Server is paused, by the way. Go to the
All flights, pop-up group, low, 2-ship, fulcrum, tracking northeast.
Okay, we're good to go live again.
Level 1, Gypsy 1, be advised. Gypsy, say again, say again.
Yeah.
I don't think they're hearing us, man. They're still
Everyone ready?
Alright, keep trying them. Let's join the party.
Okay, let's go live.
Dark Star,
Yeah, maybe he stepped away.
getting the leakers from the north.
Okay, we are back, and I need to correct the score here, which I forgot. ETF 1, Team WADAFAK 0. This is the result of the first round. If you have just joined us, this is the last match of the group C, I believe, if I'm not wrong, between Team WADAFAK and Eclipse-Task Force during the ACES 23 First Edition tournament. I'm in studio together with Plasma 1945 and Resin.
Hello.
So that was how should I say that? It was a turbulent first round, and I mean, we just saw that there was some I don't know how to say that, but one of you has mentioned that when you have mercenaries in your round, when you haven't trained with that mercenaries, maybe things happen that you cannot really bring the performance that you usually used to bring, and suffer a little bit. We saw a
Absolutely.
more disciplined and well-trained ETF in the first round. But it can be that WADAFAK comes back and say, okay, guys, we can really, this is a, let's say, the quality that teams at this level bring, that they are able to just fix things on the fly. And it could be that we see a totally different round in the second turn. I'm quite interested to see how things gonna develop for Team WADAFAK.
Team WADAFAK is good at pulling it out of the hat, so you know we might easily end up in round 3 here. A little more coordination, make sure that the other guy doesn't take off late, and that you know.
Do lessons learned.
They, for
So
me,
ETF
they
is
have
back
the
tag
fuel
team right now?
advantage. Oh, we have a little bit of FPS issue, I think.
Yeah, a
can
little bit of a
look.
lag there.
Yeah, actually, shouldn't be any problem. Slide has at F25 ping. It's not that much, but well, could be a small hiccup. Yeah, do you guys think that WADAFAK has a fuel advantage and they need to conserve it better and make it their advantage?
So 18 definitely does. Jeff equal, but you know the 16s. It's all about how much you use the burner, right? Like it can be more fuel efficient, but it can also be vastly lacking in the fuel efficiency department.
Yeah, stay high, stay effective. You know.
Yep.
I think if they make, because Jeffs or JF-17s can operate well when they're high and fast. When they're low, they are not accelerating so fast, and the SC-10s are less factor. So if WADAFAK makes to take those JF-17s down, I mean, in that sense, that fire on the high targets, to bring them down, either get a kill or just force them to fly low, then they are going to be very soon out of fuel, and then they can turn this to their advantage with the amount of missiles that they have, and yeah, own the round.
Yeah, indeed.
My
I'm just looking at
humble
Team
opinion.
WADAFAK. So Team WADAFAK has an interesting loadout. They're all arming up on the runway, whereas ETF all arms up before they taxi out.
Yeah,
Two
you don't
different
fly
strategies.
F-16, right?
I do. I know. It's because of the fuel, right? The fuel just keeps running out.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's really a PNDA. When the other side is not ready to fly, and then you need to just drop them and take them and drop them and take them. So you say, okay, 30 seconds because loadout is very quick in F-16. I do it last minute. I do it only one time.
Just before takeoff.
Yep.
Because if you're sitting on the ground, especially with a big map like this, right? 5 minutes of sitting on the ground could cost you maybe 100 pounds. And that might be between life and death, like we saw in the 404 match.
Exactly.
All right, slide looks good. Faster is not bringing that jamming pod. It's just bringing extra fuel this time. All right, how many Sidewinders do you guys think Vetus is going to bring this time?
I need to sneak. Let's see. I need to check.
No, just guess first. Because last time he brought, I think, 5?
I would say 4. Was that wrong?
Let's find out.
Yeah, okay. So
Wow.
ETF is ready.
What? Vetus has 6 AIM-9s and 6 120s.
Oh, okay. You're restricted to 6 Fox 3. So now is the question. Am I getting Sparrows with me or Sidewinder? Right?
Yeah, he chose Sidewinders.
2 Sparrows
Lots
were
of
not quite bad, I would say. Let's take him. Yeah. Yeah.
Final check.
Can you combine Sparrow and Sidewinder on the same pylon?
I usually see the Sparrows on the cheek stations on the sides.
So maybe it's because of that. I don't fly F-18. I don't know. Maybe you can pair Sparrow and Sidewinder. So he said, okay, when I can't do that, so I go for Sidewinder instead of a Sparrow. Does anybody knows that in the chat? If you can take Sparrow and Sidewinder together on the pylons 2, 3, 10, and 11 in F-18. Or is it 11, 12? I don't know.
Alright, WADAFAK is ready.
Okay.
ETF,
I've been watching
are you
them
ready?
taking off this time.
I'm just the air boss. You're the camera boss.
Here we go. We are ready.
Now, ETF, are you ready? Okay. Counting down.
Now, last time out, WADAFAK went with the safe kind of lemming line takeoff. So I think because they're flying with mercenaries, they're just trying to reduce risk with it.
Well, Officer, I know because I flew with Vetis and Officer together for a while and know that they have been flying together. So that's why Vetis brought Officer into this match. But probably Officer hasn't flown with the other WADAFAK guys. I'm not sure.
Right, red side ETF is all airborne. How did that blue side do?
Yeah, WADAFAK is also doing its best. 4 are already airborne.
Yep.
The 5th one is F-16. Oh, it was close, but it made it. And then we have the last section. We have F-18, the Vetis, and the last F-16. Airborne. So both teams are airborne now. Beautiful takeoff scene.
Interesting. Fester is already slowing down to mill. And it looks like the 2-ship of 16s is already going to be overtaking him. So how do you think they're going to use Fester here? You think they're going to have him kind of come in late to the game with the SD-10s and try and capitalize on an engagement?
Mm-hmm.
Or... Because I didn't not that he didn't do anything, but I didn't see it happen last match. So I think a lot of that was just attributed to the landing takeoff brought him into the fold a little late. So it'll be interesting to see how they play it. Now ETF, as always, doing the professional formation stuff up to the north. So
yeah,
super clean.
What is a mystery to me is what Night Dog is doing at the moment. It just
so
going in circle at quite low altitude in Ras Al Khaimah.
So he's just doing a pump right there to get in position. So last time he came in center stinger, like a trail stinger, it looked like that way he could lean left or right as they needed to see fit. So
yeah, but I never understood that. Just because you can take off a little bit later and save those rounds you go around, right? Because you consume fuel for that. If you some people used to that. I all used to that. Also used to that. Doing kind of let's say taking off, going in a circle and gain altitude, especially with Tomcat. So when you went around the airport and then climbed with 300 knots, you were soon at 25 angels, even when you were still over the airport. And then you could come in high and fast and utilize the Phoenix, especially when the bubble was too close or too small. But I don't know.
So the benefit here, I believe, is that he is burning fuel. So his throttle settings are going to be the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
Right. So if they're all at mill and he's at mill, but he took off a couple minutes later, his mill isn't going to be as fast as everyone else's because he's going to be way heavier. So I don't think fuel is an issue for the Jeffs. So I think this is just an ease of formation thing is the reason they did that.
Okay.
Well, is he carrying 3 tanks, Rez? Doesn't that make the Jeff really fat and slow? With that little engine that it's got?
Yeah, but he already punched off a center line. So Nate doesn't even have a center line. And
from the beginning, or just drop the tank, you mean?
I didn't see him punch tanks. We'd have to look at tac view for that, but I thought they triple bagged.
Yeah, let me rewind and take a look on tac view. You guys keep your eye on the mainstream, and I'll tell you what happened. Where's this guy?
Now, once again, we're seeing the same thing out of Team WADAFAK with Slide doing the initial for their team. But I do have to say, Team WADAFAK is looking a lot more organized on this ingress.
Yeah, so Fester did not have a center tank, guys. Or if he doesn't have one now, he never dropped
Fester,
one.
He didn't bring one. He had the center line jamming pod, but I thought ETF took off with 3 tanks. It might have just been the 16s. I saw triple bagging.
Let's take a peek at ETF.
But yeah, so WADAFAK entering the bubble with 10-mile spread. Now, last time they entered the bubble, they had, gosh, what was that? 20-mile spread.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks to be they've consolidated a little bit. And it looks like we've got a little lean left, lean right from WADAFAK right now too. ETF is just maintaining that dual grinder with now this is also interesting, right? ETF, they have the option to do 3 grinders, but they're just doing 2 grinders with
A backup.
dual 3 ships. Yeah. Which
So we see Fester is climbing high. Sorry, Night Dog. It's going high now.
Yep. I think he's just trying to get up to the.
Yeah.
Yep. I think he's just trying to get up to the altitude with Last Kill and Aspen. Oh no, he's gonna go. He's climbing up to Breeze and Riker altitude.
Okay, what I think
Well,
Slide is doing again is exactly the same thing. As soon as he reached the no escape zone, he's gonna go into the dive as Breeze and Riker are doing, trying to pull some missiles here from Slide. But I think Slide is also as smart and is not firing on them.
No, but look at the Slide at 42,000. Now, do you think he'll retain this energy and go cold, or do you think he's gonna bring it back down?
He's gonna go cold because
He's diving.
Anku is coming. Anku is coming from the other side and has him in his gimbal, or not anymore, but he could fire on him theoretically.
So Breeze and Anku right now are on a 90 with the AWACS, and Riker is on 104. So
I'm gonna
they're
go
definitely
Slide.
trying to
See what Slide is doing.
notch stuff.
Come on, Slide.
And Slide just decided to send a missile out.
Yep. Let's take the missile, see. What's she doing?
That's a pretty fast missile.
Yep.
Mach 3.
Mm-hmm. 1600 indicated. Let's see.
And it just went pitbull. Time to panic.
Is it?
I think that 120 is pretty dangerous.
Yeah, when you fire them high and fast.
Electro Bull decides not to trust the notch and just go out.
Yeah, and Serpentine. He's good. He's good. Nope. No harm.
Now, this is interesting. WADAFAK was pressing in pretty hard, but they seem to be holding back this match. I don't think they're going to play as aggressive as they did the last match.
Yep, look at Vetus and Officer. Exactly what you said, Banana. They trust each other, they know each other, they've become wingmen.
Yep.
They're sticking
They've been
together.
flying for over 2 years together, so they work best when they fly together, I think. So
Yeah, we
we
do have
have
the two
Breeze and
shippers.
Riker on tack view, and also in the game, so both of them are going for a dive, coming back, don't risk anything. And Fargo is kind of chasing them. Let's take Fargo and see. What is he doing?
Looks like Aspen is sorted on Fargo right now as well.
Okay, he comes back. He decides to get back with our friends. Okay, we have a SD10 off the rail from Lasky. On Turner, let's take them. And I'm gonna do the same on TACU, sorry. So
Yeah, so that was about a 20-mile shot.
Yep.
I think Team WADAFAK realized that just because they've got F-16s and F-18s, they better save their missiles. They're holding their shots.
No, he's good. Doing a little bit of serpentine to see him in both game and attack view. No problem.
I think
Okay.
Kikaku decided that he's got a Phoenix missile instead of an AIM-120 there. Just shoots it halfway across the map at Aspen. It's like, hey, Aspen.
Now it looks like we might have something between Breeze and Fargo about to happen.
And don't forget slide. Very high. Ingressing from the right flank. Right?
Yep.
Shouldn't
And I
forget
think
him.
they put Nate Dogg on him.
Yeah, and they
So I think that's kind of
recognize
Yep.
that he's high, and this is exactly what WADAFAK needs to do. They need to fire
Shout
on
out
the
from
high targets. But the
shout out
opposite side.
from Fargo on Breeze at 10 miles, 120
Yep,
to the face.
got
Breeze
him,
not
got
reacting
him.
yet.
Got him.
Split S from Breeze. Riker rejoining. Yeah, so I think this is what Nate's job is. I think he's kind of the rover, deal with the outliers, protect the flanks.
Uh-oh.
The slide, see this SD10.
I don't think... Oh, there, now he saw it. He had his belly towards it. It wasn't a turn.
That SD10's still fast, but leading quite
Slide's
a bit right
fine.
now.
He's in a 16. That thing can outrun everything, right, Rez?
Yeah.
Banana, you fly the 16, right? You don't
Yes.
just fly the Tomcat.
Yes, I do.
I always think you're a Tomcat guy.
I moved. Just because of the Phoenix quality at the
Oh
moment.
my god.
About 2 years ago, because we were not getting the result that we were expecting from Tomcat anymore. So we had always a mix of 18 and Tomcat, and then F-16 came, and part of us moved to F-16. Then we flew a mix of 16, 18 Tomcat, and at some point of time we forgot Tomcat completely.
Yep.
I
think
you
that
can fly in
especially.
the tactical tournament with that. It's nice
No.
for a Sunday ride at the moment, in my opinion.
So we have engagement looks to maybe happen here soon between Breeze and Fargo.
I take Breeze.
Fargo relatively unsupported. Not sure Breeze isn't necessarily reacting to Fargo though right now.
Well, it's interesting. I think Fargo was trying to draw them in. So if you rewind a little bit in TAC view,
Yeah.
the entire WADAFAK team turned back and went cold for about a minute. Everybody. It was very interesting. I've never seen the whole team fly backwards.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, here you
ETF
mean.
didn't buy it. Yeah, ETF didn't fall for it. They're like, nope, we're gonna stay exactly where we are and keep doing our
Yeah,
thing.
because the distance is too far. It is about 18 miles, let's say, here. 70, 18 miles. They know that when they chase one, the other ones who are farther away, they're gonna get back out of the grinder. Why should ETF go in? Give me a reason why they should risk and go in. It's actually what the Falcon needs to come.
Yeah, I think ETF found the reason, because they are 5-ship hot right now. They have a 4-ship just east of Bulls pressing right now.
Yep. And we have
With a
one
shot
S10
out.
off the rail.
Yep.
Like you said, ETF just needs to survive because they already won the first round, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they don't have to be as aggressive here. Another SD10 off from Nate.
You're watching?
And then Slide. Slide didn't track his missile.
Oh.
Maybe it's gonna go Pitbull, but I don't know. Oh, it's going somewhere.
Officer, Fargo, and Vetus pushing into that eastern group. That it's all turning cold now. Okay.
Yep. 120 on Night Dog.
Oh, it's still got some juice behind it right now.
Yeah. But Night Dog is also fast. It's 1.05. And with a little bit of serpentine, it's good. It's good. It's good. Another SD10 on Breeze, but it's going to be also good.
For a second there, I thought Breeze was about to turn back into it.
Yeah.
And both these 120s are on Breeze, right? They're not on Riker.
So I take Fedis here. He's flying for my taste a little bit too high.
Just going to look at him. He's only fired one missile so far.
Here we go.
Second one off from Vetus. Onto Riker, close.
Take wet his missile on Riker, I think.
Yeah, I'd watch that SD10 on Vetus.
I'll watch that one. I'll tell if it does anything crazy.
Okay, got that.
Vetus has it beat and notched.
Perfect.
Well done, Vetus.
Those SD10s really kind of suck, in my humble opinion. Not because they're made in China.
No, it's all about the parameters. You know, like they're not good at the download fight, I don't think.
They're great against a clear sky shot, like from bottom up, right, Rez?
Yep. But much like, I haven't flown the Jeff in so long, much like Banana, when they nerfed the Phoenix, another guy in our group, he went to the 16, and I figured it was a good time to transition with him. So, and that was about a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that. Long shot from Kikaku in the backfield. Is this? Nope. Okay, for a second there, I almost thought there was a shot on Vetus. So, do you guys think AWACS played a lot more than what we thought it did in the first match? Because both teams are really staying to their side of Bulls. Usually you'll see this, but it'll be offset. One team will be over Bulls, the other team won't. And you'll see the same thing play out. But...
oh no, guys. Bad news, Rez. Aspen is frozen.
Yeah. Server is frozen.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's going again.
Oh, whoa, what the... oh.
There was a server stuff, I think, because
Breeze is flying backwards.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Riker's flying backwards.
Uh-oh. Not a good sign.
Everybody's frozen.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Now it's going again?
Yep.
I think so.
All right, gents. I have a wedding to get to. So it was a pleasure, Breeze.
Yeah, thank you.
Banana.
No worry.
Banana. Sorry, I was
Thanks
looking
for
at
having
Breeze
you, sir.
right now. So
we're talking about Breeze all the time, right?
I know.
So he's the
I was
hero
just
of
watching
the
him fly
match.
backwards.
All valid. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
All right.
Bye, Rez. Have a good wedding.
Plasma. Yep.
Bye.
See you guys.
Have fun.
Will do.
So look how WADAFAK is flying into the depth, and ETF is more or less flying into the width. You know, They're doing kind of small grinders where it's possible it's not going much back. But here we see, okay, that is fired on Riker. Riker responses with the SC-10. Let's see what's the result of that exchange. Riker's probably down. Yes.
Yeah,
And
Riker's
Vedis
down.
makes to pull Riker's ST-10 into the ground. Well done, sir. Well done. Okay, let's take Vedis. Vedis going wild. I'm gonna show you Vedis cockpit.
Yeah, it looks like Vedis is trying his sneaky attack again, Banana.
Yep, that's why I'm locking him.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
Aspen's
something up there. And he fired despite of the fact that his nose is low, looking down, and the missile went into the ground. Why? But he was good. He was good getting rid of the hostile missile.
Okay, one more merge. Here we go. Breeze this time. How much luck do you think Vedis has?
No idea.
That was all the luck he had.
Yep. Yep. Fester.
Bet it.
This is a good shot coming from high to low. Let's take that. It's on breathe. Let's see. Breeze, where are you? Here we go. ST-10.
About 8 miles. And he notched the missile.
Yep. No factor.
But Aspen returns it on Fester. And Fester's
end.
high.
Yep. And he is high. Yeah. He is high. He is high. He is high. He needs a serpentine. Serpentine. Boom. Boom.
Boom.
Okay. How many? 5 on red side.
And
5 on the blue side. Could it be?
Oh, yeah.
SC-10 in return for an AMRAAM. None of them going anywhere.
they're safe.
Okay, I'm gonna move to DCS only. It's a bit easier to follow because now it's happening too much and no octopus. Just get rid of that track view. Here we have 120 off the rail from slide on Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg is already into notch and going cold. No problem at all. So getting concrete a little bit. 5 versus 5. Okay, we have a balance again. Let's see. Here, missile exchange. Lasky versus Fargo. SC-10, good, is fast, but not in that altitude. So both of them are wasted. Oh, Anko. I for 1 second I thought 120 is in the Anko's face, but it's not. 120
What's
Charlie. Turner on Electro Ball. He's already in a good notch position. Does he
What?
get that notch or he's cold? Notch, he's getting no RWR. Why? He should change a working machine.
Hit the ground.
Yeah, missile went to the ground. He knew that it's notched, so trusted the notch. Again,
Kikaku fired a 30 or a 25 mile missile. That missile on Electro Bull
Yeah.
came from way in the back.
yep, it's good. You see, ETF is doing the kind of grinder in the width, and WADAFAK is doing the grinder in the length, right? Anko is getting in. I'm worried for him. I'm gonna go and get Fargo. Fired on him. Let's see.
Aspen see Fargo. Does Nate Dogg see Fargo? Oh, this is risky.
Oh, yeah.
Aspen, use your radar.
Here, 120. Could be a factor. Aspen, because 120 coming from very high. Here we see him flying low. Missile is still kind of tracking. Is tracking, but there's no juice. Nose up. And the missile is dead. Well done. Well done.
And at the same time, Nate Dogg just defended one, but there's an SD10
Oh,
on
look at
Turner.
SD10. SD10 on Turner. He has juice. He's fast. It's fast enough. Wow. Last minute.
Beautiful.
Turned right. That's
Aspen
right.
merged
10
with Fargo.
saved his
Aspen.
life.
Aspen just merged with Fargo and just killed Fargo with an SD10.
Oh, we missed it. We missed it. Just because we were focused on that SD10. This 120 is slow.
Electro Bowl.
Electro Bowl. I think it's slow. Come on. What?
Wow. Wow.
How could that
wow,
slow
wow.
missile touch? How could it? Impossible. You should
Oh
have
my
had the
God.
radar warning. I don't understand. I don't understand really. So WADAFAK has a very good chance to just make the balance again. When they make to take another down, then they're gonna have a 3v3, and then probably with F-16 they can do much better than F-16 in low altitude. As you see, Lasky just wasted an SD-10 into the ground.
All right, we
That's a
have
shame.
a problem. The
What?
only guy who has missiles on WADAFAK is Slide. Everybody else is completely Winchester.
And see what Turner is doing with that SD-10. Okay, that's not a good news for them and for... Yeah,
Anku is
SD-10
down to one SD10.
Look how
Nate
slow
Dogg
the
has one.
SD-10s are in that low altitude. Unbelievable.
All right, Slide is turning in. This is his chance. He has 2 missiles. He better make them count.
He fired the last missile. It could be. It could be. Yes! 3 versus 3. Oh! Another blue went down. I think hit the ground. I'm not sure if it was a missile or not. So again, 3 versus 2 from the red side's view. So 3 on 1 on the left. Slide is going around, finding himself.
And they're all down to
PL5.
PL5s.
Yeah, it's not gonna do anything. I take Aspen here. See what Aspen is doing.
Yep. Aspen, Nate Dogg, Lasky, all down to PL5s. Turner has to drag them and get Slide to come in and cover his 6. I hope Turner has the gas for this. Banana, can you imagine the comms between Turner and Slide right now?
Yeah, probably he says, you go in, I stay behind.
Save me.
Save me.
Save
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
All right, Slide. Does he see Nate Dogg? Here we go.
Okay, let's take the other guys. It's probably more interesting between Slide and... Yeah. Slide
Flash.
makes it. Okay, again 2v2. Well, here we have a PL5
Flares.
sitting.
Oof, got him.
Ooh.
2v1.
Okay, over Abu Dhabi, the Formula One track, Ferrari red, beautiful. Let's see where they are. Aspen is south of the Abu Dhabi International. Lasky is right. They separate in order to make it hard for Slide to just pick both of them. So they can always be at his 6 at all time. For whom's gonna Slide going? Slide has no missiles. So we have no missiles at all. All 3 are Winchester, right?
Negative. The
Oh,
Jet
Aspen
17's
fired.
left,
Yeah, you're
PL5.
right. You're right. PL5 is
Flares.
out. Oh, man. First PL5. Oh, and the second one does the job. Wow.
Wow. Tough fight. Great fight. Great fight. All the way to the end.
Wow. So the only thing is, these guys need to go and land again. So we
They're out
just
of
wait
everything.
with the scores a little bit. We need to make sure that one of them is able to land.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
So if I were to send you a video file, would you be able to see it? Because I have that missile video.
Oh, really?
Yep. I had the camera. Remember the missile that was really slow?
You're recording. I know.
I had a little clip of it, so let me see here. Let's take a look here. Let me see if I can create a little clip for you and send it to you. Stand by.
That would be good.
Well, what do you think, Banana? How does that make you feel?
You know, ETF is a difficult team. Difficult in a positive sense, right? They're good pilots. They work very well in Jeff, right? They know how to make the most of that airframe, and they're well arranged and trained together. Very hard to beat team, I would say.
They're very patient. Very patient.
Yeah. You see, the communication is working very well. As Fardot is saying, the nice separation. This is what you train all the time during training sessions, with under the stress, under the pressure that you have during the match. Sometimes you forget, and you need someone to just say what to do, and probably people are also watching with 60-second delay. Probably it's too late for these kind of shout-ins, but yeah, you see how comps work with them and how well trained they are. For me, ETF was the better team tonight, definitely, or today, depending on where you are.
And they were all one team. They didn't have any of the any mercenaries. Mercenaries can be great.
They have enough pilots. I'm kind of sure that they have even 3 tactical teams, so they have no problems to just nominate anyone if somebody is not available, and so they have enough pilots. This is the advantage. And they have, we can also go and see here. You see all these badges, not coming from nothing. They just
each of those is a competition that they won.
SATAC and silver winner. The second place of TACT and SATAL. So it speaks for them.
And SATAC is not an easy thing to win, because that's, it's against flankers with jammers.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So, Mr. Banana, I have a link for you while these guys are RTBing.
Oh, okay.
I'll send it to you, and I don't know if you can grab the file from Google Drive or how, and check it out. So I
manage it somehow.
This is on Electrobull, and this is the 120 that could.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have to download it. It's still not processed, so as long as you save the file locally, you'll be able to get it.
I'm gonna download it. Oh, I see RPM is going down. Here we have RPM is knocking down on Aspen.
Oh.
Aspen is probably
Is he-
not making it back. Who else
He's
is
out
there?
of fuel.
Yeah. So Lasky is higher altitude.
And
90
he's okay?
RPM looks good with him. But Aspen is probably going down. I don't know how far he needs to go again. Still, oh,
He
it's
needs to
long,
go really far.
long way to go. He needs to go for 64 miles, and the engine is already out. So I don't give him any chance. And while we're busy waiting, I see if I can bring that video up. Just a sec.
Yep.
Download. Does the video has also sound?
No, I cut the sound out
Okay,
just because
okay.
I slowed it down.
So let's go.
I'm trying to
Okay.
make Aspen do stupid things. I told him to try to land on the highway.
Okay, so we're gonna now we can see the screen. Wow, that was a weird
And then go-
thing.
Right?
You have also
So
the
this is
slow
quarter-
motion, right?
Yeah, this is 25% speed, so here it comes.
Come on, that was
Boom.
weird. It's definitely a desync.
Gotta be desync,
But
right?
what the missile was doing is quite weird. It's kind of like a
was-
musketeer, you know?
I was just bouncing around.
Unbelievable.
Oh, and Banana, bring it back to Aspen. I convinced him to land on a highway, I think.
Okay, let's do it.
For the viewers, I don't know if he's going to do the highway or the airbase here. He's not getting... Oh, I think he's going for the airbase. Boring.
Yep. I think we're watching
Yeah, that's him.
Aspen. Yeah, we're watching Aspen. Where is he? He is over Al Maktoum International in Abu Dhabi.
I'm still putting in chat to land on the highway. I'm trying to make the viewers entertained.
Farida is saying, I love large bubbles for that in the sense that fuel is a matter of life and death. I don't know if the large bubble is more consuming. I would say the other way, because when the bubble is big, you don't need to burn when you go back. When the bubble is small, you need to burn to get altitude when you go back, just because you don't have the space. So I thought it's the other way, but I'm not right all the time. So, and Aspen probably has no hydraulic
He's got
to
nothing.
extend the landing gears, so just made a belly landing, lost the wings, and looks like an F5 or F20 Tiger Shark at the moment. But the pilot is safe, moves the head, all good in California. Perfect.
And he's ejected.
Yep. Pink.
He's on his way to get a beer.
So let's have a look here. Lasky made even to climb to 32 angels, and he is still on 85% RPM. So I think he's doing that. Why he's not flying that last PL5? Helps with the balance, helps with the drag and everything. but probably he doesn't need to do that.
No, we can't tell him.
Well, I think there are enough people who can tell him.
Oh, you mean watching the stream? Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely. We have 60 seconds delay, guys, just for cases like that. But even though when things takes longer, there's always people who can just give the right tip at the right time. Yeah, you're right. The size of the wings were kind of F104, the Widowmaker. But just because, to me, Jeff is very much like F-20 Tiger Shark. And I think they have just looked at it as they were designing this aircraft. So it has a little bit of everything. F-18, F-20, F-16 in the cockpit.
Yeah, just jam whatever you can.
Sorry?
Jam whatever you can.
Oh, Nate Dogg is writing. My 2 cents. The large bubble favors some aircraft play style. JF loves large bubbles because its fuel economy is amazing. The F-16 has limitations because constant zoom climbs for high PK shots consumes load, or they keep the tanks on. Yeah, exactly. It is. And I was saying that because I'm flying F-16. So for me, a big bubble is more fuel consuming than small bubble. For sure, Jeff is loving flying the large bubble also. So me personally prefer to be in a large bubble than a small one. I want to utilize my fuel in a, let's say, proper way and efficient way, and with the small, especially when it is not a flat area and you need to engage in the mountains, then small bubbles can be a little bit of trouble. Good evening, Vader. Long time no see, my friend. Hopefully we find a little bit more time soon to train again. Nice to have you here. Plasma, don't you think it is a good time to do a little bit of advertisement for our sponsors?
Absolutely. This is exactly the right time while we wait for Lasky to land.
Because everything is depending on the last landing here. If Lasky makes to go and land at their own base, then they win the second round and the match is over. If not, we're gonna see another third round. But TACView, we just oh yeah, I see also here sounds has changed. RPM is down to 70. Okay, he pulled back the RPM. I don't think that the engine is out. Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's talk about the sponsors, because so we've got a couple of sponsors here. Well, first we've got TACView, and TACView gives us the ability to look at the flight in real time and also to review the flights after. So if you've got TACView, and you can start by getting the free TACView by going to TACView.com and installing it, and every time you fly in DCS, whether it's a single player mission.
Sorry. TACView.net.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
TACView.net. There we go. TACView.net. Yeah.
Okay.
But once it's installed, every time you fly a single player mission against AI, or you're in a multiplayer server, depending on the settings, you will get a TACView saved on your computer that you can replay back in real time. And then look at what you did, what your opponents did, what your team did. But if you really want to take advantage of TACView, you can also get a dedicated server, which means if you have a squad or a team, you can go to Master Arm, and that's the servers we're flying on today. And they're one of the sponsors, and they can set up a dedicated server for your team, which means you don't need to be a computer geek. You don't need to worry about firewalls or permissions or security settings on your routers or extra storage for a server, because you need extra storage for that. And it's set up dedicated. You just manage it from a web browser, like you would Google Drive, and you've got your own place that you can fly with friends.
My strain is always the electricity. You know, when I think,
oh yes,
shall I take my own PC or just put a PC in the corner and connect it to internet and run it 24/7? Then I calculate the amount of the electricity that it consumes over the year. It's not economically favorable at any form, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. We're so I'm in Canada, so we're spoiled. Our electricity is pretty cheap still. It's still pretty cheap. But if you're in Europe, I mean, we've seen the prices of
crazy
of gas and electricity. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane. So that's taken care of by having a dedicated server, and with a dedicated server, you can actually have TACView live, just like we have it here. So let's say you're an experienced pilot like Banana, and then you have a crazy pilot like Plasma.
Thanks for the joke.
And, well, hey, man, it's true. And then Plasma's doing something really stupid. So Banana can watch me live on TACView on the server and say, okay, Plasma, do this or do that or pull back on this or try that in real time, giving me feedback. So that's pretty amazing.
No comment.
And of course, the other sponsor that we have is Fox 3MS, and they are the other servers hosting company that sponsors ACES. They are fantastic, and it just gives you more choices out there. They provide dedicated servers as well. They provide support and TACView and all the installations and configurations for you. So Master Arm and Fox 3MS, a couple of hosting solutions for you. That's it. I'm out of breath. I don't know what else to say.
Thank you.
Go get a server.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lasky is looking good. It seems he's gonna make it. We can send the guys to bed now. I think most of the teams are in Middle East or Europe.
Oh boy. So we're not gonna have round 3 is what you're saying here.
Well, I see RPM 71% is kind of 3 miles or 2 miles, even less to the runway. So why should I doubt it? Looks good. Very smooth.
And we'd like to invite both teams to see if they can join us for an interview, maybe.
Yeah, that would be great. I just asked in advance. So guys, if you're still there, I see a couple of ETF and a couple of WADAFAK guys are in the stream. So if the leaders are still awake, hearing us, and also not too tired from flying, please join the voice channel on ACES server. I trust you have that, but for the audience, I send the URL again. And here is, by the way, also the link to Plasma's YouTube channel. He's also helping and supporting the tournament with his fantastic streams. So we're gonna go in the next round now. So the group phase matches are all done so far. So the next match is gonna be in the elimination round, and we're gonna see very, very interesting matches, I would say, because the teams who have qualified are the best ones. So we see kind of finals only, I would say. So it's beautiful finals, and I really urge to go and subscribe there also, not to miss any of those matches. When you see my Twitch channel down there on my front page, I have also the direct link to the other Twitch streamers who are also supporting the tournament and streaming the one or another match, because the matches are taking place quite at the same time, and we're not possible to just do that by one person. So we have just divided that. After the tournament, we're going to upload it to the ACES homepage, or it's going to be also available as highlight in our channels. You can get back and watch them at any time. So what I do at the moment now, I just give the score to the ETF. For me, is I think game over.
Indeed, one hell of a fight, multiple mergers in the end. Just amazing work by both teams. Team WADAFAK, low on pilots that were dedicated. A couple of excellent mercenaries came in. And, I mean, hey, you know what? It wasn't a 3-minute fight. It kept going. Lots of excitement.
I'm just texting, see if any of the leaders are still there and joining the comms.
For those who are watching, I put a link into the chat.
I send you again to a short advertisement, and we're gonna be back in about 2.5 minutes.
Hello everyone, and welcome. In this first video of Master Arm, we would like to introduce ourselves and discuss what we plan to contribute as a future part of the DCS community. So if you've been wondering what Master Arm's up to, this is your video to watch. So let's get started.
Yeah, you should be able to hear me. No worries.
Yeah, travel presently 30 miles. Yeah, 040, maintain 16,000, report to building site.
Master Arm is the new DCS server provider for players and squadrons. We're a small but agile team of 2 senior IT engineers with more than 15 years of experience in the business, 1 senior content designer, and 3 members of our technical support, primarily based in Europe. Master Arm strives to play an active role in the community, to contribute something indeed, because our team all met through the same community, for which we're so grateful. We believe this community is genuinely worth contributing to. So we decided to start working on something. We realized that running a dedicated DCS server and its maintenance can be complicated in general, and it would need one to be somewhat tech-savvy. But that wasn't just it. The pricing was also of our concern. Pricing is an essential part of a product, a first impression, and first impressions are forever. Master Arm's here to offer a service that firstly our customer benefits from, and an overpriced product, as some of you might find on the market, is totally the opposite. Master Arm is coming up with fair and reasonable pricing that indicates the actual value of the service and doesn't spoil either party. It's the same price Master Arm would have paid for a DCS server if they were customers rather than providers. Some might think it's cheaper for a reason, but that's not the case. Master Arm provides dedicated DCS servers with cutting-edge hardware and internet performance. For example, the servers we provide for the ongoing ACES 23-1 tournament hosted by Phoenix Task Force run on 64 gigabytes of RAM and are powered by powerful AMD and Intel CPUs, with a minimum bandwidth of around 1 gigabit per second. That's where we like to conclude it all for this episode. Master Arm's here, and we're just getting started. In the following video, we will talk about our plans, features, and packages. So stay tuned and see you next time.
So we are back live again, and I have with me now Breeze and Riker in the virtual studio. We are still waiting to see if anyone from WADAFAK team is also joining us. So just a sound check. Breeze, Riker, you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah.
Perfect. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What a fight.
Yeah, thank you. It was very nice to play again. It's been a while since we've been able to play. You know, a lot of stipulating circumstances and whatnot. But yeah. Oh, sorry. Just received the message. Yeah, no. It was nice to finally fly again, and I'm happy with the result. We maybe could have done it a little bit cleaner, but you know, what happens happens, and the result in the end was positive.
Yeah, that's what we were also talking about. I said we haven't seen Riker for a while, and it's always good to see you back.
Is there a way we can? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there a way to get Nate Dogg in here?
We're working on that. Plasma is working on that. The thing is that I think the comms is restricted for whatever reason. We could try to go to another comms, see if we can use the general comms for that. So let's go back to general comms, everyone.
Okay,
is that
you.
okay?
Yep.
Okay. So here we go.
Hello.
You just need to unmute yourself, and that when here kind of I think you need to push to talk and unmute yourself in order to work.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, nice. Seems working. Slide. Can you also talk just for check?
Check.
Perfect. We hear everyone. Welcome. So we were talking about Riker being back to air-to-air tournament. There are probably a lot of questions. I just want to give the audience and the stream to just ask their questions. But Plasma, we're also probably preparing some questions for you while I'm chatting with the audience, see if we can pick any questions out of the chat for you guys.
Yeah, we'd love to answer any questions. You know, a lot of people. Jeff doesn't get a lot of publicity, so we'd love to give it the love it needs.
Yeah, we saw many JF-17s get together again. Why in the last match and not earlier?
The last match, which was last match? Sorry, just
today we saw only JF-17 on ETF side, but we used to see also a mix of airframes being flown by you guys. Why you decided to fly pure JF-17 in the last match?
Last match I think we flew all Jeffs. Specifically the last match, but sometimes
I need to correct that. The last match of the group phase, to be correct.
It means when we had the Eagles. When we had the Eagles.
Yeah, I think last match we had all Jeffs, but we have the capability to add any airframe. We have pretty much almost everyone is familiar with every airframe. If we need to add anything, we can, but we just didn't think it's necessary. We think the Jeff is good enough for now.
I think that's what Breeze is saying. You know, in an environment where we're up against a really good team, and we know WDF is a good team. We want our best lineup, and the Jeff is our best lineup. You know, we're very trained in the aircraft. We're very capable. We know the aircraft inside out. If we have someone like the Strike Eagle, we would have an unknown variable, especially if you've got the no D-link, right? So what we really want is our best A game. And every time we play a good team, we got to bring our A game, and that's always going to be 7 Jeffs in the lineup.
Correct.
Specialization and being repeat users is what makes you guys very effective. I think I've seen you guys in all the finals, in all the competitions or in semifinals. You guys are always bringing those Jeffs. That's your scalpel.
Yeah, everybody knows.
We're very guilty repeat offenders of Jeff loving.
Yeah, everybody connects Jeff.
And you made those missiles work. That was the biggest thing. And Slide, I don't know if you expected the Jeffs, but I was very surprised when at the end of the first round, it was the ETF guys who had missiles despite having 28 Fox 3s to start versus 40 Fox 3s on Team WADAFAK side. I was like, whoa. And I think Banana made fun of me for saying, oh, ETF's going to run out of missiles.
Did I?
Yeah, that their missile economy was really, really great. And actually we expected those JFs, but we didn't expect they would save those missiles so hard.
Plasma, we were talking about the takeoff formation, and we were asking what was the sense behind the last airframe to circle around and get into the trail. So why not a late takeoff and going in circle and consuming fuel? Maybe anyone would.
From the ATF side?
Well, I mean,
Yes.
I did that in the last game just because
Yes.
if you can I mean at the end of the day it's about energy and fuel management, and if you take off late you're going to be rushing to the scene of battle. If you take off the same time everybody, you can slowly climb up and you'll have the energy advantage with height. You also don't have to worry about spacing issues, so it generally works out a little better if you take off with no big delay.
Okay.
If you have a big delay, that's what you'll have. You'll have a big space problem. If you need to catch up, there's no way to catch up, because once you hit afterburner, that's max speed. So it's easier to have that positional advantage if you take off the same time.
Okay.
The fuel use is not huge.
Yeah, that is exactly what Resin was saying. He needed to leave for a, I think, a ceremony or a thing like that after the first round. So he was saying the same thing, but we just wanted to know what is your point. Were we right with that assumption or not? Yeah, absolutely.
And then Slide, what happened with Fester in the first round? He took off, he landed, and then he took off with the same loadout. Or was it that he forgot to load his tape or something?
He said something, he has no fuel, so that's why he landed. And then there was a message in the chat that he is carrying some pod, so we were kind of confused about it. But he said he's not jamming, and they said, okay, you can continue.
Yeah, that was me, Slide. So I thought that he landed because he took off with the advanced warning pod, and I saw that ETF, being all Jeffs, didn't bring it. So I thought, okay, maybe he didn't want to risk any confusion and landed to remove the pod, but then he took off with the pod again, and I got more confused.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
very
no,
easily confused.
no, there was a fuel issue at his side, of course.
The pod is the reason we don't take it is because it's personal preference. The pod is it helps you. It makes your RWR more accurate. Like it gives you missile range and stuff like that.
Oh
It
yeah.
also
Some
displays it
people
in a
don't
funny
like
way, which
defending
may
with
be uncomfortable to other people.
Yeah. Some people don't like defending with it, so they don't take it. Sometimes I take it, sometimes I don't. We could have taken it as well. Just depends on our mood.
Yeah, you need
Nice.
to count with the drag, but it's always a calculation. What I want to get out of it? Do I want to reduce the drag or want to take advantage of the pod?
Especially since it takes one of the fuel pylons as well, potentially. If you take 3 800 bags, which we did in the first round, then yeah, you just sacrifice that fuel, which can be quite a big deal.
Absolutely, because they share the pylon.
And then Slide, on your side, you were a mixed team because you had a couple of mercenaries, whereas ETF was all ETF. Did you have any challenges in the first round? It seemed like you were a bit more organized in Ingress on the second round, because it takes a while, I guess, to get mercenaries lined up. So, any feedback on that?
No, I don't think we had any issues because of mercenaries. Everything went okay, except those that Festers fail, but everything was okay.
Great. Now the poor guy is going to be called Fester Fail for the rest of his DCS career.
Oh no.
Excellent.
I'm just
Do
putting.
you mind if I ask a question for Slide and the other side?
Yes, please. I was just want to say
Absolutely.
that I'm
So
putting
just
the
because
table
obviously
again.
we don't really talk to our opposition usually, so we're very curious as always. Just like, what was the thinking process going into round 2 against us? Because you saw us in round 1, so like, because we thought, okay, it's always a question of will they do the same thing again, or will they try and flip the script here? And we're just kind of curious what the thought process was when you're going into round 2.
I can speak from my perspective. So I remember I died with 5 AMRAAMs or 4 AMRAAMs in the first round. So I was kind of pissed off because of that. So and I had plenty of fuel, so I decided to go kind of crazy the second round and fly high and fast and lure some missiles from you. But the rest of the team, they tended to do the pretty same thing as the first round.
Because I think I was chasing you around the map at Angels 40 most of the game. That was just playing hide and seek with each other at 40,000 feet.
Actually, and once I hit the 4,000 fuel, so then and I had missile warning, I had to go down, and then I stayed down for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, I think that was a question like we saw in the comments about the large bubble, and I was just thinking today that if you keep climbing up and I keep shooting missiles at you, you're going to be burning fuel, and that's just then you play the fuel game, and that's where the Jeff also just with its Prius engine. Yeah. But I think it worked really well because we had to respect that constant threat from the F-16 all the time. We had to really respect what you were doing, and we're like, okay, keep an eye on him. So we had to be very careful.
Yeah, I think I bought some time and space for the rest of my team.
Yeah, my personal opinion, I think if you had another guy doing the same thing you were doing, you would have made more space because if we had to respect 2 people, we would have had to really spread our resources a bit thinner. Just something from my side.
Yeah, I see. For example, someone that should mirror me, like for the opposite side, probably.
Yeah. If you had another guy on the other, so like one guy left, one guy right, then we would have to really split our resources.
I have maybe a challenging question for you guys.
Go for it.
I'm just sharing the group stage results with the audience, and as far as I can see, the 8 teams are nominated now. So we're gonna have In Sky, Harpia, 4/4, Toro, Momblorins, Motley Crew, ETF, and Fully Turked. So
do we know who we play?
This is exactly what I wanted to say. That we don't know what team you're facing in the next round. But my question would be for ETF: which of these 7 teams you wish for the first elimination round match when it were
Harpia or In Sky?
And why?
I want to beat them. Want to beat them both. Get a little bit of revenge.
They're the best teams.
As quick as possible. We need to beat them.
They're the best teams. You
I
don't
want
get
to
better
back to back.
You don't get better playing shit teams. You need to play the good teams to get good.
That's right. That's what I always say. But you should also consider Momblorins.
Yeah, them too. They're pretty good. They are really good. They improved a lot. We surprised a lot of people in TAC last time. It'd be good, but we haven't really played them that much, so we prefer to. I want to just beat Harpia and In Sky. I want to get revenge from Saytak.
Okay, so I keep.
We're not saying Momblorins isn't a good team. It's just personal. He wants the revenge.
It's always personal.
Very nice. I mean, I have a question in the chat. I was trying to just find out a little bit more what is exactly is, because Fada is asking, didn't ETF had a fear of going Winchester? And I was asking because of flying only with Jeff or what? No answer yet, but why should you fly when you just, I think, answered that question. You need, the Jeffs inside and out, and you have a lot of experience there. You know how to just utilize SD10. I believe this is because the number of the Fox 3 missiles that you can carry with the Jeff. That's why the question is.
I think that this round 2 was a little bit unfortunate when it came to fuel because unluckily, me and Riker, the lead elements, we had a lot. I had a lot of fuel when I died, a lot of fuel, and if I survived, I probably would have had like 2,000 pounds. And I could have probably made it back to their base, come back to ours, and then back to theirs. But the rear element in Aspen, he ended up surviving, and he is the guy who uses most of his fuel. Oh. So that's why I think he ran out of fuel because he probably wasn't planning on having to do extra work because he's in the rear and we're in the front, but we ended up dying. I actually died to, I'm pretty sure, desync as well. I saw the missile go past me visually and then I exploded. But it's part of the game. I wasn't surprised.
Okay.
DCS code.
I think to add to that as well, with the Winchester factor, as you said, we were very familiar with the aircraft, very familiar with the game. And one aspect that doesn't get mentioned here is like this human psychology and looking at the data. If you see what the other guy is doing, you can kind of watch what he does on the D-Link, because the Jeff's got really good D-Link, it's a very fast refresh rate. You can kind of tell if he's trying to fake a shot, or you can kind of work out if you can fake a shot, right?
Yeah.
Don't want to get into too much tactical details here, because obviously that's squadron information here. But if you start to read people and you start to read what they do with their nose attitude on the D-Link, you can work out if they're going to shoot or not. And I think if you look at past slide, he'll probably tell you that there'll be the odd occasion where he didn't shoot and just pretended, and that's the trick to flying the Jeff well. You have to be able to read the other guy, and then rely on mutual support from your teammate. Because if he does shoot, you have your teammates back you up as well.
Yeah, what you don't have when you have a mixed airframe team, it's not at that level.
You don't get that without the. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, you don't get that same compatibility. We used to run mixed fleets, and that's the big problem. And if you have all these mixed aircraft with bad D-Link or incompatible D-Link, or just people who are not familiar with reading the D-Link, that's how you make windows for the enemy. If I don't fly the 16 for a long time and I come back to it, I'm not used to reading the symbols. It can create an opening for the enemy, and that's what you don't want when you're up against these high performance teams. Every little percentage we can get, we should try and get, because that's how we win. We win by small percentages. We don't win by large numbers usually.
Yep. We have another question here. Sorry, Thonweasel, you want to say that, right? Plasma, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was going to say, just like with manufacturing, I used to do that way back, but it's standardization and repeat process. And we see that a lot of the teams that are at the top of their game standardize. First off, let's talk Kiep and FC3 plans. Yeah. They're not going to fly an F-16. They're stuck to their aircraft. You guys perform really well in the JF-17. It's being able to standardize and make it repeatable. Take out all the extra variables, right, guys?
Yeah, we fly the Jeff a lot, but we if need be, we will fly anything else. We just want to win, in our own opinion and our own research and work. We just think that it's the best airframe for BVR, but I know there's people who disagree, and the people who fly the F-16, they disagree, which is fine. It doesn't really matter. But in our opinion, it is the best. So we fly it, and maybe if something else the Eurofighter comes out or whatever, then we will fly that, and whatever comes next, we will fly. Anything just to win.
I think I just add what Reese was saying. Yes, again, when you're flying against the best teams, you're winning by small percentages. You're beating them in the merge by a mile, half a mile. You got to really know the airframe inside out. As Reese saying, we know the airframe inside out. We think it's the best airframe, and we learn it. We learn it well, and it works for us. And we just keep repeating, and the drills, keep repeating the maneuvers, and everything will work. As long as we keep doing that same reflex every time, we should come out on top every single time.
The next question from the chat is, I don't know for whom is that, Thonweasel asking, do you believe that the ETF will be outplayed when there is a F-15 Strike Eagle in the front?
It's a very interesting question.
We already played Eagles from FTQ actually before this game. We did end up losing round 1 in that game, but I think with 7, or even when you have 7 or 8 people, it's really hard to lose to the Eagle. You have a lot of people you can just dedicate to stay on this guy. We are more comfortable with 7 people against an Eagle. I think it's not that hard. If you just play it right, it should be pretty straightforward.
Yeah. It also comes down a little bit to also the tournament as well, just to add on to what Breeze is saying there, because if you do different tournaments, if you go, to go back to the Eagle there, if it's only got 4 Fox 3s like in SATAC, it's far less scary if it's only got 4 Fox 3s, whereas if it's in SATAL and it's got unlimited, it's a different story. So there's going to be a little bit of variance depending on the rules of the tournament as well. Every airplane's got its pros and cons. I think it's very difficult to just say the Eagle will be amazing when it's out the front because it has flaws and weaknesses, and you can exploit those weaknesses.
Yeah.
One thing that makes the Eagle really easy to fight is the fact that it can really, all the teams I've seen is they're just flying it in like one way. Send some guy really high and fast and just try to catch people off guard or shoot them from really far. They do the same exact thing every single time. So it gets pretty easy to, you like have one counter strategy against it and you can just use it against any team.
Like to foresee at the moment how F-15 is doing, correct. This is what I mean. Every airframe has pros and cons, so there is no absolute one. So you need to find what is working best for you and for your team. Sometimes change of airframe can change a lot. We see teams flying with Tomcat and bring high number of Tomcat in a combination, and we see that is not that capable as before. So there's at some point of time, maybe you need to just understand that one airframe is not working for you, move it to another one. But once you have reached that optimized position, that you know that this airframe is the right thing for you, and you're getting the result, you need to stick to that. Never change a working machine, I would say.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But of course, the meta does change. New jets will come, new rules will come, so it does keep the game fresh because you don't want the same jet lineup all the time. So it does need to be a little bit more, different rules, different maps, different environments. It'd be nice to have all that.
Yeah.
Just like a few years ago, when it was only F-18s and F-16s, it becomes very stale very quickly. So it's always good to mix up the rule sets to accommodate other airframes to make it more interesting.
Yeah. I'm really much looking forward to seeing Eurofighter coming to DCS.
I would be interested if they let it have its good weapons, because if it's only got 120s, I would still fly the Jeff.
Okay.
Because that's what it comes down to. If it only has 120s, I'd still fly the Jeff, because SC-10s are just still better than AMRAAMs.
IRIS-T is kind of approved.
Yeah, but it can carry M9M.
Yeah, that's what he's saying there. If it gets given like the good weapons, or if it's allowed to have the weapons in the competition.
It can carry M9M, right?
Yeah, if it carries only the 120s, then why?
No
organizer
organizer's gonna allow IRST. That makes no sense. If they do, that's just bias. But because that makes no sense to give it a weapon knowing that it's more advantageous than anything in the game. That makes no sense.
Yeah,
so they should definitely ban the IRST, and it's the whole point of competitive is even to keep it as even as possible. That it comes down to skill. It's not about flying that airframe that gives you an advantage.
Yeah.
But that's just how it is in DCS. That's why people fly the Eagle or 16, whatever.
I think DCS is split it in two fronts. One is probably for banning advantageous missiles or weaponry, and the other one is for allowing them. But we will see how it's going to be. I think if even though Eurofighter is limited to AMRAAM and Sidewinder, even then I would rather fly that, let's say, than flying F-16 because of that power that it has and agility and the all good thing it brings with itself. So I'm pretty much excited.
Yeah.
It'll be nice when it comes out. It'll be nice to test out.
Definitely.
Yeah, Block 3 Jeff would be nice to fight with it.
If only.
My response to IRST is flanker.
A PRST, PL-15 and a PL-10.
It'd be nice for a J11B with them.
J11B.
It's a radar.
Yeah, I love fly J11B.
Yep. That'd be one day, maybe one day.
PL-15, so it's a GG.
That would be its own competition. Eurofighter versus J11B with PL-15s. Meteor versus PL-15.
And then, of course, Growling Sidewinder in an F-22.
Of course. All victory.
Okay, J20 then. Let's go.
SR-72.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have no other questions from the chat. I know that you guys are quite tired after the flying 2 intensive rounds. I would like to give you the last words. If you want to share anything or say anything to the audience, please do that.
Oh, and here's a note that I have that we need to announce that The top 2 teams from each group will advance to quarterfinals. These 8 teams will be ranked on their KD ratio, with the highest ranking team becoming T1, the second becoming T2, and so forth. That's coming from Gory.
Okay, so probably ETF is gonna fly either versus Harpia or the Motley Crew or Toro Scott Run in the first match.
That's what I like to hear.
It's personal all the way.
Guys, last word.
Thanks for WDF for giving us a great game, and that last game was really quite challenging. And it's always nice to play against good teams because that's how we get better. That's how everyone learns. So great game played by both sides. If any of our guys are listening on this Twitch stream, good job our guys too. It's a tough game. Appreciate everyone's turning up. Appreciate turning in, getting late. But you guys, everyone did a really great job. It was a great game. Unfortunately, only one team wins, and today worked out just about in our favor. After that last game, one guy made it home.
Thank you, Nate Dogg.
Yeah, I have nothing more to add than just GG and respect, and you definitely deserved the win. So congratulations, and thanks for flying.
Thanks, Slide. Thanks for being competitive and fair. We really loved the match. It was really exciting. We didn't make to just catch all the scenes, but most of them, if you're probably going through the tag views for your own training and debriefing reasons. But thank you very much for the show tonight. I enjoyed it. I think Plasma has also enjoyed it at some parts, at least.
Well, there was no flankers, but I guess it was okay.
Videos of it all the time.
Yeah, we'd love to see Plasma, but we gotta trust ED. And one day, make 29. We'll get there.
No, guys, this was a great show. Banana, thank you for hosting. Resin, who had to go to the wedding, and both teams did a great job. This was awesome stuff, guys.
Thanks so much. It was great.
Okie doke.
Thank you,
wish
guys.
you all a good time. Good night, good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are. And see you soon, ETF, in the elimination round. Take care, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for that.